A new One Piece chapter dropped, chapter 1105, and in it, Saturn's truth and Luffy's fate. A lot of things happen, and without further ado, let's jump in to the chapter. The chapter starts with all of the Marines running because of the Buster call. Kizaru and Saturn are standing side by side. Saturn tells him to begin the barrage as soon as possible. Kizaru is looking pale. He says, "Go." To the Marine Vice Admirals, Vegapunk tells Saturn, "I thought you were only after my life. Isn't that enough to end this madness? Why are you doing this, Saint Saturn?" The most cutting-edge research of all of the scientific fields can be found on Egghead. Destroying it will set us back an entire century. Please call off this Buster call. He even begs Kizaru, while Saturn replies with, "You might still be hiding something, perhaps something that could hinder the world government." And that reminds him, a ship left this island yesterday. He gave the order for it to be hunted down. He destroyed that ship, as he says. A warship was sent to be safe. Vegapunk is pale. He's angry. How could you? They knew nothing. None of them committed any crime. But Saturn says, "You broke a taboo, Vegapunk, just like Ohara. You dug their graves by digging into the past, all to satisfy your selfish sense of curiosity. You should have kept your greed in check." More on that ship towards the end of the chapter, since it will play a major part at the end. Also, Vegapunk is pure-hearted, and I truly wish that after this arc he somehow survives and joins the Straw Hats, at least for a bit. I like his character, and I also hope Bonnie joins them. Now, as the Buster call is put into effect, the pacifistas are the only ones who are gonna stay on the island. Sanji guides Bonnie, Kuma, and Frankie to the vacuum rocket, but he's not gonna join them. He's gonna go after Vegapunk. He's not leaving without him. Now we get to see what the other Straw Hats are doing. In the lab, they're still there. Nami says that Zoro is still fighting Lucci, while Jinbei went there to help him. And Luffy is nowhere to be seen. But now their plan to leave is destroyed, since the robot that was carrying their ship is destroyed. As we see, Brook and Lilith are on the ship. They're sailing above the clouds. They're frozen the clouds, and so now the ship is sliding over them. But one thing that he didn't think about the edge of the island. Now we go to the Navy ships. The Buster call will now begin. They're gonna turn the future city and the Central Science Lab into dust, while the pacifistas are destroying everything in their path. Vegapunk is witnessing all of the destruction, witnessing all of his life's work being destroyed in front of his eyes, while he can't do anything about it. In the hyper capsule with Bonnie, Frankie, Vegapunk, and Kuma, they're going to the lab. But Kizaru notices them and jumps up. He uses an attack and cuts the tube, releasing them all, throwing all of them. Now the most sinister order is set, while Saturn says, "Pacifistas units, fire your lasers towards Bonnie and Kuma." When all of this madness is happening, how suitably ironic. You threw away your life so your daughter could live, and now your life will be taken by your clones. A fitting fate for a squirming insect. Your struggle was truly the height of folly, as they all are falling towards the ground, towards their doom. Bonnie is afraid. Vegapunk can't help it. "Bonnie, when I heard you had become a pirate, I couldn't help but dwell on the worst case scenario. A pacifista won't hesitate to shoot you. They may look just like your father, but they don't know or care that you are the daughter of the one they're made after. They don't care." Is this the end of Bonnie? And I could feel Vegapunk on this agony. He thought that he was helping Bonnie, he was helping Kuma, but everything came down crashing in front of his eyes. Everything is for the worse now. But we get a glimpse of Luffy still alive, and well, he stuffed, he ate everything he could, and now he's just laying there. And this is a good sign, since if Luffy ate, he can fight once more. For the highlight of the chapter, in my opinion, the ship that Saturn talked about before that they sunk turns out to be the opposite. They failed to sink the ship, and the ship that was sunk was the battleship. The other ship is heading towards Egghead Island, and the interesting part is we don't know who that ship belongs to. We could only guess, and my guess is it's not Shanks, it's not Kid, it's not Blackbeard, it's not Law, it's someone else. Since all of those we've seen their chapters in this story and they're far from Egghead. The only plausible scenario in my opinion, and I know that's far-fetched, they're Kobe and the others. And I'm saying this because they're the close ones to Egghead. And well, it just fitting that Kobe goes and helps Luffy and then he tells him about Garp. I don't know, I think that's plausible, but I don't know. I mean, no one knows for now. They didn't say. We could only wait and see for the next part of the story, the next chapter. But I'm saying Kobe. It could be the Straw Hat Fleet, one of those guys. But I'm leaning more towards Kobe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, what I liked about this chapter is it's not just a chapter that talks about one story or one character. It shows everything in Egghead this far. I like Vegapunk, I truly do, and I feel bad for him. Not as much as Kuma, but I feel him. He had no choice in the matter. Now everything is crumbling in front of his eyes. He always thought being with the Marines, with the world government, could help him with humanity, could help him achieve his dreams, but he never knew that they were this evil, this sinister. We've seen how Saturn truly feels. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anyone. And the thing that intrigues me also is the silence of Kizaru. He's not talking that much like he always used to. He always used to crack jokes and all of that. But now he's just silent and does everything. He wants everything to just end. And now we're on the climax of this arc. Luffy is gonna fight once more, and if I'm gonna bet on something, I bet Luffy and the other ship's crew are gonna fight and save Vegapunk. Kuma and Bonnie will live, or Vegapunk will perish and Bonnie and Kuma will live. If they actually kill Kuma, I'm gonna be mad. I don't want him. Like, the dude lived a hard life. Just give him this one. Just give him a win. That's all I want. Give Kuma a win. And yeah, this was chapter 1105. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think will happen next, and who do you think that ship belongs to? I'm interested in hearing what you all think. And yeah, I hope you're safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.